So it is Friday night and got some short ribs warming up that I made for the wine party, just waiting for them to warm up. What did I want to pair with it? I'll talk about, well, I guess we'll talk about it right now. And what I paired with it was a Sangiovese. So this is Felsina's Rancia Chianti Classico Reserva 2019. Great vintage out of Tuscany and Chianti specifically. And this wine's typically, and this is on a discount, I got it for $25 a bottle. This bottle, it says 40 here, which is also a really good price, but I got it for less, 25. This wine I was buying for 50 or 60, and I would only buy it sparingly. But I always thought it was the best Chianti Classico Reserva or Chianti Classico I've ever had. At this price, for this vintage, I bought 3 of them. And I would have bought more, I just didn't know exactly how it was gonna taste. I think it's gonna be amazing, but for that cost, that's their upper echelon Chianti that they make out of Felsina. I'm sure they make a Brunello, but I did buy some other wines too. Prior to that tasting, I'm gonna have some, I've been in the mood for Chardonnay. This is Ramey. David Ramey makes some amazing wine, red and whites. I love his Chardonnays. This is the Fort Ross Seaview, what year? 2023, so young. And 13 and a half. I think this is just gonna taste awesome for a young Chardonnay. Let's see, and then I'll taste the Sangio, which I've had decanting for a little bit, and I think it'll go perfect. The acidity of the Sangio, the body will go really well with the fat of the short rib, even there's a braised short rib, port wine, braised short rib. There's other things in it too, but very decadent dish, sort of a high fat. And I think Sangio will really work. I think Barolo would really work too. Another high acid Italian wine, more tannin though. So this is a pop and pour. Not that I would decant this, but this is probably too cold. So it might not give me a lot. So the first thing is melon. Honeydew melon. Little Meyer lemon. It's even a little oak. There's definitely some oak in here. There's definitely oak. Definitely think it needs to warm up, but just give it a shot. Yeah, it's still too cold, but more on the sour citrus, good acidity, so more lemon and lime on the palate, underripe melon. Yeah. This needs to warm up. I don't have another wine glass, so actually I'm just gonna drink this while I talk about some of the wines that I have purchased. So went to a store and they had, I wasn't really looking to buy anything specifically, but they had a Brunello Montalcino, so also Sangio 20, I think it's a 2019, also amazing vintage. So $30. To buy a Brunello for $30 is normally unheard of. I don't know this producer, so if this wine is really good, I'll probably go back and buy more because you just can't get Brunello. The Sangiovese on steroids, really the best expression of Sangio probably in the world, or one of them, is Brunello. So that's that. Speaking of Brunello, I bought another 2019, and this unfortunately is not 30 bucks. This was on sale from $75 to $55. I have had this and I bought the same wine from the same place, same sale. This wine was awesome, awesome, awesome. 5 out of 5 Brunello, so I couldn't pass it up. And I talked about the Rancia. I bought 3 of those. And I bought this. I've had this in the past, and this is 2021, another great vintage out of Chianti. I'm pretty sure 21's even better than 2019. Super highly rated vintage. This is Monsanto. This typically tastes a little bit lighter. And this is a Reserva. I'm going to give it another shot, and it was $30. So Monsanto typically is a little bit more money. This one specifically is always pretty high priced, so I figured I'd give it a shot again. And we'll see how it is. And $30. So at least I think it was $30. Last but not least, Albays GD Vajra Barolo 2022, good vintage, $30. This Barolo is phenomenal for $30, and I was getting it even for 35, almost 40, and I just found it for 30, and I said, wow, that's a no-brainer. I always want Barolo in my life, so I bought that. So those were the recent purchases. I did get a lot of stuff from Silver Thread. The 2024 vintage out of the Finger Lakes is being hailed as the hottest since 2012. 2020 was a ripe vintage. 2012 was as well. These 2024s. So I ordered some more young Riesling. I do like younger Riesling out of the Finger Lakes, which already has a very high acidity, in a warmer vintage, because it cuts a little of that acidity out and makes the wine a little bit more full body. They don't age as long, but I didn't really buy them for that. I will probably drink them in the next couple years. Hoping this chard shows me a little bit more. I'm going to say it's a touch disappointing right now. I'm going to reserve judgment as it warms up, but it's a little bit muted on the palate. The nose had so much. It still does. The palate just seems a little dull, and maybe it needs to open up. Maybe it's just still too cold. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. So let's taste the Sangio and close this thing out. Check on the short ribs. Drinking a lot of whiskey lately too, a lot of brown liquor. I'm getting a little bit more into some bourbons and rums. I've been opening some stuff up, and I'll talk about a little bit more about it in the next subsequent video. So let's see, 2019. Oh, it smells good. So black cherry, violets, almond. What's that almond candy? I'm blanking on it, but it's there. It's like a sweet almond. Wow, it smells awesome. It really smells good. A little bit herbal, but not like fresh basil and fresh tarragon. Yeah, for sure. Black cherry being the predominant fruit, though. Not getting much cedar or leather or anything like that, probably because it's relatively young. Oh, that's got a lot of tannin left. Oof. A lot of tannin. It's there. Also high acidity. Oh, that'll pair. That is food wine. I always say it's Sangio. I mean, Brunello, I say it, but this is a Sangio. And this is priced without the discount like a Brunello almost. And this sort of is acting like one. A little bit. I think this needs to decant longer, though. The tannin is there. Oh yeah, sour. Instead of black cherry on that, it's sour cherry, pomegranate, cranberry. The herbs are there. Much more, a little bit sweeter on the nose because it smelled sweet almond and black cherry, like a sweet black cherry. This is all savory on the palate, and the acidity is there. More sour-ish, saline-like, but like savory wine, not. A little bit of like mushroom as well. Yeah, This has got a rusticity to it. This is going to be great with food, though. The food will open this wine up even more. The decanting will open this wine up even more. I think it'll soften that tannin. This is great. This is great. I'm glad I got 2 more. I'm glad I don't have 6 more. I'm glad I had 2 more, though, because I think this needs to age a little bit, and I don't have all the space in the world. All right, gonna go check on dinner. Have a good night.